I woke before the day could break. The static loud, my thoughts opaque. No script to read, no plan to fake. Just raw momentum I can't shake. The city hums a different tone. It cracks like lightning through my phone. 1,000 lights and I alone refuse to wait, refuse the known. My heart's a glitch, a stuttered spark that fires clean into the dark. I breathe like thunder held too long, and every silence feels all wrong. This isn't calm, this isn't rage, it's every line outside the page. It's motion pure without a cage, the second thought that shakes the stage. So when they say you're too intense, I smile behind electric sense. I've waited long to feel this burn, and now it's bright, there's no return. Break me open, tear the seam, let me live beyond the dream. I've been quiet, I've been still, but now I chase what makes me feel. No more glass between my hands. I rise where only chaos stands. The beat is loud, the tempo breaks. It matches every pulse that shakes. No warning here, no time to prep. I'm living fast without regret. I don't want peace, I want the rise of something fierce behind my eyes. A burst of truth I can't contain, a scream that doesn't count as pain. So if I run, don't pull me back. I'm not derailed, I'm on track. The line I take was never clear, but it's the only path I steer. Break me louder, fill the void. Every rule I once employed I've left behind, I won't defend the fractured self I used to lend. Now I'm fire encoded light, a rebel pulse that's built to fight. I climb the noise, I surf the wave. I don't need saving, don't need brave. I need the sound that shakes my skin, the feeling that lets truth begin. So let me lose what held me tight, let me explode into the night. I'm not afraid of what I break, I'm just afraid I'll never wake. No chorus left to make me clean, no quiet line, no in between. Just this release I've long delayed, just this pure noise I finally made. Break me open, I won't fold, let this pulse be uncontrolled. If this is wrong, then let it stay. I'm finally not looking away. No slower step, no safer plan, just who I am as loud as I can. Another night I didn't choose, but stay to feel the way I lose. Not all at once, but thread by thread, a silent scream inside my head. The lights are bright, but not for me. They blur like dreams I failed to see. I walk through streets I don't recall, the way I stood, the way I fall. There's nothing here I need to keep me in guard, no battle weep. I carry ghosts in every step, but now I breathe, I won't forget. The stars sharp like metal wings, they cut me clean with what they bring. On fractured sky I call my own, a future shaped by being alone. And if I crash I won't regret the rise that came with each reset. I'm not the version you believed, I'm just the one that never leaves. Let it burn, let it rise. All I lost becomes the sky. I'm the glitch, I'm the flame, I'm the one who won't stay tame. No apology, no shame. There's no control, no perfect form, just something real inside the storm. I'm not at war, I'm not at peace, I'm only chasing my release. A loop that plays and breaks in half, a tear that splits the final laugh. Don't call me back, I won't rewind. This chaos feels like something kind. It's not destruction, not a fall, it's just the version past the wall. Let it burn, let it fly, let the silence learn to cry. I won't shrink, I won't hide, I'm the break that still collides. There's no ending, there's no start, just the rhythm of my heart. Into sound. Let it burn, let it breathe. I've got nothing left to sheath. I'm not waiting for a call. I'm the crash behind the wall. Let me glow, let me stay as the noise becomes my way. I didn't mean to scream this loud, but silence started feeling proud of all the things I held too long that never fit where they belong. I told myself to play it right, to shrink beneath fluorescent light, but now I spark, I glitch, I go where rhythm breaks. I let it show. The world's too tight, the rules too thin, they snap beneath the sound I'm in. This isn't rage, it's revelation, a runaway reincarnation. I'm past the gate, I'm past control, I'm past pretending I am whole. This is the beat I choose to claim and set it burning in my name. Blow it white, blow it clean, everything I've never been falls like stars behind my feet. I core. I feel more now than ever before. It's not survival, not escape. It's tearing through the final shape. If this is wrong, I won't apologize. Let rupture write my lullabies. I've waited long to feel this real, to drop the walls I used to see. Blow it wide, make it bright. Sing my name in satellite. Let the fragments find the sky. I was too alive to lie. All that's left is what I scream. A breaking wave inside a dream. I hit the ground before the sound could catch the way I spun around. No plan, no script, no safety net. Just heartbeat high and cold regret. I'm not a calm, I'm not a peace. I'm every scream that found release. I'm broken glass beneath my feet. I'm thunder trapped in narrow streets. Don't look for me in silent lanes. I broke the brakes, I cut the chains. I run like fire with no frame. I wear the dark, I burn the shame. I used to whisper when I spoke, but now I scream through every choke. Each word I lost, I found in flame, and gave it back without my name. I'm not retreating, I'm reborn in every edge that I have torn. You think I'm lost, but I'm just loud, a storm that never needed crowd. Pull me higher, push me fast. Every second built to last. I'm not slowing, I'm not clean. I'm the spark inside the scene. I was silent, now I rise. Wearing noise behind my I won't rewind, I won't explain. I crash my past like summer rain. If I collapse, I do it full, with every wire burning through. This isn't pretty, isn't neat. It's twisted love that shakes my beat. The version that they said was wrong is now the one that's singing strong. No harmony, no perfect time, just pressure pushing every line. I'm not afraid of being loud, I'm scared of fading in the crowd. Pull me closer to the edge, let me break what kept me wedged. I'm not healing, I'm not torn, I'm the scream that won't conform. I was shallow, now I blaze, louder than the life I gave. You hear the glitch, but not the fight. You see the noise, but not the light. This isn't madness, this is real. It's what I lost and had to feel. So let me go, let me expand. Let me crush what made me stand. Not out of spite, not out of fear, but just to finally feel me right here while every second burned too clear. No flash, no flame, no sudden sound, just heavy light that pinned me down. The night was still, the sky was sharp, a quiet weight that cracked the dark. And in that space I found the beat of something breaking underneath. Not rage, not grief, not even fear, just pressure slowly drawing near. Like every word I didn't say was finding shape in disarray. I watched the walls begin to shake, not loud, not fast, but real enough to show that I could bend and break and still be more than almost tough. The mirror showed a moving light, a glitch between the wrong and right, a version of me I denied but still existed deep inside. And if you ask what changed tonight, I'd say I chose a different fight. Not one of silence, not of shame, but one that lets me speak my name. So pull the sky, let it explode. I'm not afraid of overload. If this is too much, let it be. At least it finally feels like me. Let me burn beyond the frame. Let me scream and leave the name. I used to hold my breath too long to make the world believe I'm strong. But strength is knowing when to break and choosing what you cannot fake. I feel the sin beneath my chest. Each note a thought I won't suppress. It loops and builds until I know I'm not what I refuse to show. So let me flash and fall apart. Let me rewire all my parts. Let me explode without regret and find a self I haven't met. I don't want quiet, don't want peace. I want the chaos that won't cease. The frequency where I align with something raw and undefined. So pull the sky into the sound. I'm not the voice you thought you found. I'm what remains when walls collapse. The echo rising from the gaps. Let me be too much to hold. Let me shine beyond the fold. I don't exist in grayscale tones. I'm all the lines I broke alone. I'm static built into the code, a voltage hidden in the mode. This isn't healing, this is flight through wires that carry raw insight. I'm not becoming something clean, I'm just becoming all I've seen. So if I glitch, just let me stay. Don't edit out the disarray. Each fragment holds a deeper truth that never fit inside my youth. And if I loop, it's not delay, it's how I hold the fear at bay. I'm not a script you override, I'm what begins beyond the fight. So pull the sky and break the beat. Let every frame begin to heat. This isn't madness, it's the key that opens all I couldn't be. Let me spark across the time and scream that none of this is mine. So pull the sky and let me burn. Not as I was, but what I learned. Through every crash and rise and light, I built myself inside the night. I'm not perfect, not serene, but now I'm here and now I'm seen. I didn't wait for someone's sign. The static hum, it felt like mine. So I stepped out, no armor tight, just flickers held beneath the night. The sky was breaking pixel thin, each breath a glitch beneath my skin. No map, no guide, no perfect pace, just energy I couldn't trace. They said I'd burn if I move fast, but I was never built to last. In safety zones or quiet scripts, I live in sparks and sunken ships. So I dissolve and reappear, each step a burst of disappearing. I'm not consistent, never still, a motion made by aching will. I hear the pulse inside the street, it matches every skipped heartbeat. A song too loud for those who sleep, but soft enough to make me keep. And if I fall full speed, no hesitation, no retreat. I'd rather shatter chasing sound than stay unbroken on the ground. Take me high and don't come back, I'm not afraid of going black. If I combust, then let it shine, the proof that something once was mine. No edge too steep, no fire too wild, I'm louder now than I was mine. I loop through echoes, break the time, unwritten verses start to rhyme. This rhythm isn't clean or safe, it curves like truth I had to face. And every version I've outgrown still lingers deep beneath the tone. But now I rise with newer skin, a symphony beneath the din. I dance on ruins made of fear, the beat becomes my atmosphere. No walls, no chains, just open sky, and songs I shout but don't know why. So don't contain what wants to move, this isn't madness, it's a groove, a pattern breaking every bar to make me more than what you are. Take me high, then let me break, not every rush is a mistake. I've waited years to feel this loud, to tear the quiet, leave the crowd. There's beauty in the wildest frame, where no one asks to stay the I've shouted into empty space and found my voice in its embrace. Not polished, smooth, or gently tuned, but sharp enough to hold the moon. This isn't peace, it's something more, the spark that shakes the system's core. A breath that isn't meant to please, a storm that whispers when it frees. I've touched the edge, I've bent the grid, I've sung the parts they told me hid. And still I rise, and still I scream, and still I tear through every dream. Don't slow me down, don't make me wait, I've synced my pulse with open gates. And now I ride the sonic tide, with nothing left I have to hide. Take me high and let me tear through every chain that left me there. the sky to wait. I ran before it sealed my fate. The ground was soft, the light was cold, but something louder took control. Not destiny, not inner peace, just raw momentum, no release. A voice that cracked but wouldn't fade, a force I never learned to shade. I found a mirror, found a blur, the edge of who I thought I were. I touched the static, let it in, and felt my soul begin to spin. Each echo pulled a different thread of what I lost or left unsaid. No perfect lines, no gentle break, just everything I couldn't face. This isn't hope, it isn't hate, it's falling forward at full rate. A scream not made for sound or show, but just to let the pressure go. So don't call this control or plan, it's who I am, not what I can. I'm just the glitch that made it through when silence cracked and let me move. Let it bend, let it scream. I'm not chasing any dream, I'm just noise that wouldn't quit. A beat too loud for what won't fit. Let it break, let it fall. I was never built to crawl. The city echoes in reverse, a blessing wrapped in every curse. I count the shadows as I pass, each one a version meant to last. I breathe in sparks, exhale the smoke, each inhale breaks another yoke. I'm not contained, I'm not confined, I'm just alive and undefined. So when they say I lost my way, I laugh and let them drift away, because I found a louder lane where meaning bursts outside the frame. Let it bend, let it glow, I'm not scared of overflow. I won't wait to be precise, I've melted edges into light. Let it spin, let it fall, I'm not fragile, not at all. I dance with static in the street, no rhythm clear, no steady beat. But in that chaos I could hear the part of me I kept unclear. I sing in feedback, right in flame, no letters left to sign my name. Each phrase I drop a flare I send that doesn't need a start or end. I'm not the hero, not the scar, I'm just the fire before it's far. I'm not the calm, I'm not the storm, I'm what you miss outside the norm. And if I flicker, let it stay, I wasn't built to fade away. This heat, this pulse, this open chord is louder than what I ignore. So don't explain what I became, I left behind the need for frame. What matters now is how I feel, this wild light, this spinning reel. Let it bend, let it burn, I won't wait for life to turn. I'm the fuse they couldn't name, the part that sparks before the flame. Let it rise, let it fall, I'm the truth beyond them all. Let it bend, let me go, let me drown inside this glow. I'm the pulse behind the screen, too bright to ever stay unseen. No perfect path, no ending cue, just the sound of breaking through. I didn't mean to spark the fuse, but silence gave me too much room. A thought too loud to just ignore, a crack that opened up the floor. I walked the edge with quiet steps, each beat beneath my breath was kept, until it burst without a sign, a rhythm raw, completely mine. No melody to soothe the burn, just loops that twist and never turn. The structure broke, the lights went red, and something deeper bloomed instead. It wasn't rage, it wasn't fear, just need to make the pressure held my breath for far too long. Ignored the noise, it felt like song. But now I shake and now I show the fragments I no longer owe. I won't pretend this isn't loud. I'm not the calm, I'm not the cloud. I'm static made from broken codes. A voltage built on overloads. If you call this chaos, fine. It's closer now than any line I've drawn before to feel contained. But now I search, now I remain. So break the frame, let it distort. I'm not designed to cut things short. This is a mess, it's just release from playing roles that brought no peace. Let the sound unfold and shake. Let it echo what I make. I write in sparks and glitching tones, in voices I once called my own. And now they speak and now they ring, in frequencies that start to sting. I'm past the rules, I'm past the form. I'm fire before it finds the storm. Don't try to shape what doesn't bend. I'm not a loop that ever ends. My lungs are full of digital wind, a breath that fights to not rescind. This isn't peace, but it's my core. It holds the crash I waited for. And if I don't return the same, don't name it lost, don't call it shame. This pulse is more than you can see. It's all the truth I set free. So break the frame, let it glow. I'm more alive the more I go. This isn't clean, this isn't right, but it's the sound I claim tonight. Let it break, let it bite. I'm the one who won't rewrite. I used to speak in softer shades to keep my thoughts from turning blades. But now I shape the way they fall and turn the static into call. I'm not complete, I'm not designed to fit the mold they left behind. I'm wild text, I'm broken glass, the scream that doesn't need to pass. If I collapse, then let me burn. I've waited long enough to learn that fire doesn't mean defeat. It's just the shape of what repeats. So don't reduce me to a phase. I'm more than just a flash that fades. This motion stays, it doesn't stall. It breaks, it builds, it dares it all. So break the frame, tear the cord. I won't be paused, I won't be stored. I rise, I fall, I rise again. Not perfect, but I still remain. Let it crack, let it bend. This is how I don't pretend. So break the frame, let it move. I'm done with silence meant to prove. If this is wrong, then let it last. A song too loud to stay in past. No map, no calm, no exit cue. Just all of me just breaking through. I stood when no one knew my name. The light too soft, the air too plain. But in that hush I heard a thread, a sound I thought I'd left for dead. No countdown here, no clear release, just silence pacing without peace. It wasn't loud, it didn't rise, it only trembled in disguise. One thought, one spark, then nothing said. I watched it hover near my head, too small to shout, too big to hide. A voice that sat and did not slide. The streets were dim, the glass was cold, each window framed a story told by others walking lost in stride. But I just breathed and stayed inside. No chorus came to lead the way, no drum to keep the fear at bay. Just me and rhythm, half formed but weak, and something more I couldn't speak. I whispered things to concrete walls, let echoes answer to quiet calls. Each syllable a thread of flame that didn't ask for place or name. They say I drift, they say I break, but I just move at what I make. This isn't falling, it's the wave that pulls me back the way I crave. I let the sins run through my chest, each tone a truth I won't suppress. This isn't healing, it's the cost of knowing what I nearly lost. And if I scream, it won't be sharp, it'll hum through every darkened part. Not violence, but a cry refined to stretch the space I kept confined. Let me breathe, let me break, let me sing what silence takes. I won't shout, but I will ring in every chord they wouldn't bring. Let me drift, let me burn, let me echo when they turn. I draw my lines on melting screens, they shake, they pulse, they don't stay clean. I'm not erased, I'm just delayed in all the shapes I never made. The world went on, I paused too long, but in that stillness grew this song. No rush, no push, no perfect plan, just sound that formed where I began. I'm not the rage, I'm not the calm, I'm every breath before the bomb. The land's too soft, yet shifts the floor and dares the quiet to want more. So let me pulse, let me refrain from saying what can't hold the strain. Each bar a room, each rest a door that opens wider than before. Let me breathe, let me crack, let me stop and not come back. I'm not fixing, I'm not torn, I'm just what silence tried to warn. Let me echo, let me stay, let me sound and drift away. I didn't run, I didn't stay, I drifted out, I slipped away. Not with a shout, not with a spark, but with the light inside the dark. They called it quiet, called it weak, but I was louder when I'd speak. Without the fire, without the scream, I moved like thunder in a dream. Each step I took was barely heard, no trail, no place, no perfect word. But in the gaps I left behind, the sound was mine, the shape designed. I'm not a flash, I'm not a wave, I'm what the echo couldn't save. Not built for stage, not made for flame, but still I come without a name. My rhythm broke and still I danced, a tremble in a second glance. No call to arms, no urge to fight, just motion born of stolen light. I held the silence like a thread that tied the loudness in my head, and every pause became the place where I could start to leave no trace. So if I vanish mid-design, don't look for me in every line. I'm not the code, I'm not the frame, I'm what was left when both were tame. Let me vanish, let me flow into all I used to know. Let me fracture into stars, let me hum beneath the scars. I'm not broken, I'm not whole, I'm just real and the raw. I used to weigh the words I said like bricks that kept me safe instead. But now I talk like drifting smoke that slips through cracks I never spoke. There is no vow I meant to break, just space I finally had to take. Not in defiance, not in fear, but in the breath that made me clear. I don't return, I just expand beyond the scripts they understand. I don't explode, I just escape. In every rhythm I reshape. So let me fall outside the arc, where every line forgets the mark, where every song forgets the sound, and I exist without the bound. Let me vanish, let me be the sound that hums invisibly. Not a silence, not a scream, just the ghost inside the dream. I'm not ending, I'm not light, I'm the absence made to right. A paint in tones that fade too soon, a palette made beneath the moon. No gallery, no frame to hold, just colors I refuse to fold. I move through music made of dust, of broken chords and quiet trust. The kind that never makes it loud, but still rewrites what's been allowed. So don't define me by the flash. I'm not the rise, I'm not the crash, I'm what remains once both decay. A voice that slowly floats away. And if I stay in what you miss, don't ask for form, don't ask for this. Just let the echo find its end without the need to re-pretend. Let me vanish, let me sing with nothing left for you to bring. Let me leave without the close, let the silence decompose. I'm not leaving to be gone, just somewhere else still holding on. I never asked the world to stop, but when it did, I didn't drop. I stood in static, quiet light, and let the glitch replace the fight. They told me stillness was a flaw, a lack of will, a broken law. But here I am, not soft, not gone, just different in the way I've drawn. No countdown here, no blazing rise, just every step beneath the skies. The kind of move that leaves no trace, but still becomes a sacred place. I used to fear I'd disappear without a noise to mark me near, but silence shaped the space I kept and gave me reasons I'd accept. So let me speak in beats, not words. Let glitch and echo weave my chords. This isn't loss, it's just a thread that pulled me through the noise instead. I'm not the sharp inside the dream, not built to shake but built to hum when all the louder waves go numb. So don't define me by your sound. I wasn't born to break the ground. I'm just the tone that won't comply but somehow still refuses. Why? Let me stay, let me slow, let me be the undertow. Not the peak, not the crash, just the rhythm that won't flash. I'm the breath behind the beat, where the quiet learns to speak. The more I moved, the less I spoke, until the silence nearly broke. But in that edge I made a shape that no crescendo could escape. I took the pulse, I pulled it tight. I sang in ways that felt like flight. No scream, no fire, no loud alarm, just quiet turned into a charm. And every part I used to hide, a place like echoes in the tide. Let them roll, let them shift, they carry more than things I missed. So if I fade, I do it slow, with purpose drawn in undertow. I'm not the storm, I'm not the shell, I'm everything I didn't say. Stay, let me hum, let the loudness come undone. I'm not here to burn the flame, but to redraw it with no name. I'm the tremble, I'm the sway, where the silence finds its way. I felt the tremor in my chest. It wasn't fear, it wasn't test, just recognition in the wave that every quiet still can save. So if you ask what kept me here, it wasn't rage, it wasn't fear, it was the space I never planned, where who I was could understand. And now I hold this steady drift, a quiet power, not a shift. I don't explode, I simply glow in rhythms only silence knows. So let me breathe and don't contain. This isn't luck, this isn't strain. It's just a note that chose to last when all the noise had rushed too fast. Let me stay, let me be, let me hum eternally. Not a fire, not a scream, but the stillness in the stream. I'm not hidden, not erased, just the quiet still in place. I didn't crash, I didn't rise, I floated somewhere near the skies. Not high enough to call it flight, not low enough to feel the night. A half-state hum, a frozen beat, the kind that echoes through your feet. Not loud, not clear, not quite undone, but breathing like a distant sun. They said to climb or fade away, but I just chose a third delay. A space between the sound and fall, where I could hear myself at all. I'm not the fire, not the wind, I'm just the note that slips back in when all the chords begin to slow and no one asks which way they go. I walk where no one draws a line, where rhythm doesn't beg to shine. I'm just a pulse inside the room that hums before the bass resumed. I whispered once, and once was heard. A simple shift, a single word, and still it rang, not bright, not sharp, but stretched across the silent dark. I used to think I had to burn to prove the right to take a turn, but now I float and now I rest inside the beats I once suppressed. No finish line, no grand reveal, just every second made to feel like slow release, like falling back into the sound I always lacked. So let me linger in this space. No race to win, no rush to chase. I'm not the break, I'm not the start. I'm what you hum when you depart. Let me slow, let me fade. I'm not here to make the grade. Let me echo, let me fall into rhythms built too small. I'm not gone, I'm not clear. I'm the sound you almost hear. I count the steps, not to arrive, but just to know I'm still alive. Each pause, each gap, a kind of map to mark the places I unwrap. I hold the glitch like it's a guide. It walks beside me, never wide. And when the silence pulls too tight, it hums and tells me I'm alright. They think I'm still, but I expand in loops too soft to understand. I move through waves that never break and gather truths they never take. So let me be without the rise. Not every story needs the skies. Some melodies are meant to rest inside the chest, behind the chest. So if I go with tone, a voice too stretched to stand alone, but one that hums when all is gone and proves that something still goes on. Let me slow, let me slide, not in front, not far behind. Let me rest without regret. Let the quiet pay the debt. I'm not fire, I'm not fire. I'm the dusk that holds the light. No glory here, no spark, no flare, just something weightless in the air that says I'm here, not loud, not proud, but here and that should be allowed. So if you pass, don't call me wrong. This isn't weak, it's just a song that doesn't beg to dominate, but softly walks you through the gate. And when it ends, don't search for peak. This isn't where the echoes speak, it's where the pulse begins to blend into the noise that never ends. Let me slow, let me stay. Let this sound not fade away. Let me hum beneath the skin where the louder things begin. Let me drift, let me fall, and in that fall become it all. Didn't plan to end this way, but endings never ask, they stay in breaths between the final line, where sound and silence intertwine. No last goodbye, no closing flare, just steps that vanished into air. And in that space I didn't fill, I found the part that's moving still. They said to rise or fade apart. to try. I didn't fly, I didn't fall. I hovered gently through it all, between the moment and the blur, where all the static used to stir. I'm not the end, I'm not the peak, I'm just the word you didn't speak, the echo that you almost said, but chose to leave outside your head. I hold the fragments that remain, like raindrops drawing through the pain. They don't explain, they just exist, like songs that shimmer through the mist. So if you ask where I have gone, just know that I've been drifting on. Not lost, not gone, not out of view, just resonating far from you. Let me drift, let me glow, let me be the undertow. Not the light that ends the night, but the dusk that holds it tight. I'm not fading, I'm just free, in the way I'm meant to be. The stars don't ask for loud applause, they shine because they always was. And I don't burn to leave a scar, I hum my pulse, I stay, I are. This isn't clean, this isn't neat, it's all the skips between the beat, where memory and breath align in something soft and undefined. I wrote no plan for this goodbye, no scripted line, no reason why, but still the sound begins to fade, and that's a choice I never made. So if it ends without a cue, don't search for what you always knew. I'm not a note that bends to hold, I'm what escapes and then unfolds. Let me drift, let me slow, let me be the afterglow. Not a blaze that blinds the scene, but the color in between. I'm not finished, I'm just wide, like a tide that won't decide. Ooh. And when you pause and all is still, you'll hear me hum, you'll feel me fill the room, the time, the empty frame, with something warm that has no name. No start, no flash, no final sound, just motion echoing unbound. A song that stretches past the wall and doesn't need to rise or fall. Let me drift, let me go, let me hum too soft to show. Let me fade in quiet grace, and never leave and never chase. I'm not ending, I'm just near, in the sound you choose.